crazy mother.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Sherrod Corner. You are now rocking with the mobile version of the Soul Vision Powercast. You know that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or you just saw. Now, let's talk about some Drake. And a couple people, they're a little bit upset about, my feelings on Drake. I'm not telling you not to like him. I'm just telling you that we have another standard by which, the culture judges folks. And that's the purity of the culture. That's us being purist in the culture. For those that rock with 6ix9ine, even after trying to be gangster, come out snitching, hey, I feel the same way about them too, man. Fuck them too. Y'all want to rock with snitches. Can't do that. Drake is actually, Drake is worse than that, man, because he pretended to be a mob boss, man. A mob boss. He pretended to be the dude that called the shots. He thought Kendrick was smaller than him, as far as his, not just in physical stature, but as part of the culture. Drake thought he was bigger than the culture itself. And like dude said, this dude, I was looking at a video, dude says, hey, the culture said fuck me, I say fuck the culture, and I'm gonna burn it down. That's his thinking, And for somebody to say, I would rather tear down the whole 50 plus years of this culture because of one beef, that man's ego is too large. And what they say, it's just about pride, man. What pride would do to somebody. That ego. You don't have to kill your ego, but you have to control your ego. And Drake can't control his ego. And his fans, they're not making it any better because they're validating his actions. They're justifying his actions. And his actions are that of a little bitch-made nigga, man, on some real shit. Oh, I lost now, I'm gonna take my ball back. Come on, man. You're making Kendrick seem like a damn prophet. You're making him seem more prophetic every single day that you crash out, that you come with a new lawsuit. First it was about bots. Found out it wasn't about bots. The Super Bowl showed you wasn't about bots. 135 million people viewed in, and it record viewed in. The song itself was a cultural phenomenon. Old people, young people, white, black, American, non-American, everybody singing the song around the world. And that's what I think Drake can't wrap his mind around, is the simple fact this man that was supposed to be the one that made free the slave songs or whatever, made a cultural bop that just bang out all over the place. But when you look at, and everybody say, who listened to Kendrick? All Drake fans. Who listened to Kendrick? Who listened to Kendrick? When you listen to this man, when you see this man's the concert footage, when you see the concert footage, they're not just singing Not Like Us. They're not just going crazy over Not Like Us. Man, Damn, Humble, DNA, Family Ties. It went crazy, man. These people know his shit word for word. For me, I think the Kendrick fans are those that I think they kind of take on his persona. They don't get out there and gloat over his accomplishments like Drake fans. Drake fans, man, Drake at number 3. It's like drink about doing number one, and they brag about numbers and statistics and all this other stuff mean the world to them. But Kendrick has more impact, and he proved it. They say Drake been running the game for 15 years. I don't know, because I wasn't following him like that. Wasn't even following Kendrick like that. I just happened to stumble upon a beef. J. Cole was my guy, and I still like J. Cole. J. Cole is still J. Cole sweet to me. He got lyrics. He's a lyricist, man. He's smooth with that shit. But hey, I gotta put Kendrick above him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for me, Pac is my favorite artist. I don't believe in GOATs. GOATs don't exist. You can't be the greatest of all time of anything that lasts longer than your participation in it. Because if you are the GOAT, then when you end your participation in said anything, it will cease to exist when you cease to participate. So there's no such thing as a GOAT to me. You can have a favorite. And Pac is my favorite. Now, Kendrick won't ever dethrone Pac as my favorite artist, because at that time in the 90s, the words Pac was kicking was, I could relate to him very, very deeply on his level. Me and the homies was going through those things that Pac was talking about. So that was that. Lost interest in rap music. Rap music became garbage. All this auto-tune crap, sing-songy stuff. It's like, I just really couldn't. The dudes wearing dresses. I just couldn't get with it, man. The battle happened. Okay, boom. Like I said the last video, the battle happened, and hey, like that happened. Drake came with push-ups. I mean, they were good songs, and then once I found out, now the Meek Mill beef with Drake, when Meek Mill came out and disclosed that Drake used ghostwriters, I'm like, oh shit, well, he's dethroned as whatever his accomplishments are. That's what they are. I mean, you can have the numbers, but you're not a writer. You're just a performer. And that's how I look at Drake. Drake is a performer. Okay, he's like an R&B singer. A lot of R&B singers don't write their own stuff, but they perform. They're great performers. So fast forward, hey, I'm listening. And just realizing that Drake is not that guy, and I'm just wondering what's so great about him. Because for one, voice sucks. He can't sing. He doesn't write his own shit. And I'm just and his whole persona. Now I know a lot of rappers have falsified their persona, embellished some of their hood credentials. I get that. You trying to sell something, right? But this dude wants to pretend like he's a mob boss. That's the thing that get me. You can't pretend you're a mob boss, and then when you run into the other mafia that you're going against, and they smack your ass up a little bit, then you cry. You can't do that, man. And see, that's why Not Like Us really hits so hard, is because he proved you are not like the folks that ever grew up in the hood that been through something. Like what he say? You ain't never been through nothing. You masking your personas, hiding them baby mamas. Bruh, you are not a part of the culture. And every day seems more and more like you're just a plant. Every single day, every time, something jumps off, or a new report or an update, it just validates everybody's claim that you were just an industry plant. Yeah, you had some big names that came in and co-signed you, and and gave you credentials, and they gave you some props, enough to have people say, okay, he cool. But they were all wrong. They were all wrong. And that's the crazy thing about it. then you go overseas. So all these New York rappers that jumped on your side, all these Atlanta rappers that was, ooh, you know, Drake's my guy, Drake my guy. He went over there and shitted on all y'all. Dude went over there and basically said, hey, I'm gonna switch my style up. You know, I'm about to switch my accent up to this London accent, and then I'm gonna jump on over here, and I'm gonna, you know, I'm rocking with the UK because they have the best rappers now. Bruh, I mean, how can y'all back that? How can you back it? Now, if you feel like London has the best rappers, I mean, I'm not disputing that. I'm not fighting you on that. But Drake just turned his back on his fans. See, I can see him saying, "Fuck the people that ride with Kendrick," or "Fuck the people that believe what Kendrick said." I can see him saying that, but he flat out said, "Fuck his own fans." That's what he did. He said, "Fuck the people that supported me through all my beef." So not only is he bitch made, a Karen, and a snitch, he's not a loyal. I know he's not y'all friend because y'all don't really know, y'all don't know him, but it's like he's not a loyal friend either. Y'all roll for him and still riding for him, but that motherfucker gave y'all his ass to kiss and said, "Y'all, I ain't doing no concerts over in America." And then y'all come out and defend that by saying, "Well, I can see why he said that." Why would he say that? He still got y'all as his fans. Y'all can't, it's not enough of y'all to make him go number one? You know, aren't y'all the ones that kept him on top for 15 years? Or was that shit all body? You know? Excuse me. You know, is it just the simple fact that a lot of his shit was botted? That's why he's claiming Kendrick's is. A lot of his shit is botted, and there's not as many OVO fans as y'all think. Excuse me. So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, Drake has destroyed his whole legacy. He destroyed his whole legacy. I can't see him coming back and being that guy again. Because for one, I don't think UMG is really gonna rock with him like that ever again. Excuse me, or any other record label or distribution company. And I don't think he's gonna have that kind of I don't think he's gonna have that kind of impact that he had last time around, because a lot of it was manufactured. He didn't have influence. You know, he impacted the charts because his shit was inflated. That's why he's claiming that everybody else's was. So, all I'm saying is, in a nutshell, y'all gotta stop crashing out over this man, because he obviously said fuck y'all and didn't do a concert here. He did not do a concert here, but he went overseas and did one. I won't listen to the Iceman roll out. You know, even if this had happened, I'm not gonna listen to his album. I don't care anything about him. But at the same time, he pissed a lot of reactors off. You know, he put reactors in the damn lawsuit. That's crazy. The reactors reacted to all the songs. It wasn't just the Kendricks. You know, I think what he doesn't realize is when Kendrick came with that bop, you know, it stunned a lot of people, man. Y'all, and then y'all get a man Kendrick credit. I mean, he came with that GNX album, tough. You know, I got that vinyl. It'll never be opened either. That's gonna be my collector's hookup. And, you know, and I gotta go ahead and get that Clips new joint too. It's nice to see Push and No Malice come back and crack heads again. it's nice to see lyricists. I'm gonna check out the JID project. Dude sound like he got some bars. It's nice to hear hip hop coming back alive and seeing all this bullshit that was running hip hop fade away. And I hope Drake does fade away. I hope he fade away for good. And those kind of artists. I hope those kind of artists fade away. I hope we go back to the days of dudes penning their own lyrics. Real hip hop artists penning their own lyrics. And man, let's keep the snitches about the culture. All of them, no matter who they are. Let's keep them about the culture, man. So, yeah, y'all don't have to be upset with people that don't agree with you about Lawbury or Aubrey or Drake or whatever y'all calling them. Because at the end of the day, I think karma is going to be the biggest judge of what happens at the end of the day.